Morning, everybody. First, I have to say thank you for this opportunity to show you a short briefing about, from our point of view, what is happening or what's going to happen with the opening of the new locks for the Panama Canal. Years ago, when people around the world heard about Panama, the first question they give you is, oh, Panama Canal, oh, Panama, Mano Roberto, Mano de Piedra Durán, oh, Panama, Noriega, maybe, no? But today the history changed because Panama is involved in the media around the world in some issues regarding a company that has involved with the famous papers. From our point of view, believe, it's not Panama. The first I have to say it is a company in Panama with their customers' papers. Definitely in the last 5 or 6 years, we saw a lot of changes in this industry. We saw a lot of changes in the logistic industry, and that includes the maritime and port industry. Every time that Asia, South America, or US have some issues with their economies, that impact directly our economy and our region. There are some questions that we have. What's going to happen? In the last 2 years, we saw a lot of changes with the shipping lines, for example. Heard about one shipping line buying another shipping line is something normal today. And that's because with that problem, the economic problem that the region has, they are trying to survive. And that's what we call the survival mode. They have to be stronger to survive with the problems in our economies. Question about what's going to happen is we are going to receive a big vessel with containers. How the canal is going to change the logistic in the region is some question that maybe nobody has answered. The only truth here, and the only we know that shipping lines can change their service like fast from 1 week to another week. And if we don't have a plan B, if we don't are ready to receive, the problem is going to be big. These are the 3 points that, from our point of view, is going to influence if we don't have the plan B. Less ports able to attend, less frequency and risk reliability. Of course, increase the lead time, and warehouses and companies with higher inventory levels. And in the ports, a lot of containers waiting, a lot of vessels waiting windows outside. So the problems, if we don't have the plan B, the problems is going to be big. In our case, we invest in the last 5 years around $300 million in our project, in our expansion projects. Right now, we have dedicated 2 berth fulls for new Panama vessels. We have logistics parks around the terminal. We have some robots, automatic stacking cranes that right now they are handling all our imports. 65 of our local cargo, it's handled for these robots, 6 robots. We have a lot of new projects to bring shipping lines added value. Today is not only unload and load container from the vessel. We have to bring more services in order to attract the cargo. To conclude, I'm going to show you an interesting and short video about our operation.
Manzanillo International Terminal started operations in 1995. Since its opening, it has been one of the most efficient transshipment terminals of Latin America, handling millions of TEUs every year and offering reliable port services to shipping lines transiting the Panama Canal and calling South America and the Caribbean region. Growth and development have always been paramount in Manzanillo International Terminal's business policy, investing more than $600 million in the pursuit of the highest service quality for consumers and users. Well-maintained gantry cranes, heavy equipment, and a fleet of trucks, as well as a constantly improved infrastructure and more than 450,000 square meters of container yards, testify to the sustained growth of MIT's facility. Roll-on, roll-off operations are also an important part of the terminal services. The port has a 300-meter Mediterranean-style ro-ro berth. Here we see the main gate. The truckers are preparing to deliver cargo. A complete terminal services include efficient intermodal operations with 3 inbound and 2 outbound truck lanes. A direct gate connects MIT to Colón Free Zone facilities, giving the port a major competitive advantage. There's also access to an adjacent intermodal ramp for the Trans-Isthmian Railroad, allowing containers to be delivered to the Pacific coast as part of a transshipment system operating in Panama. At MIT, security is essential to our operation. Our highly trained personnel monitors the whole terminal 24 hours a day to ensure the port's integrity. Highly trained canine units are always busy at Manzanillo International Terminal, as shown here by Zeus. In perfect synergy with his handler, Zeus carefully sniffs and inspects a truck that is delivering cargo to MIT to ensure the safety and proper operation of the port. The Container Security Initiative, or CSI, was launched in 2002 by the U.S. Bureau of Customs and Border Protection, the CBP, an agency of the Department of Homeland Security. Its purpose is to increase security for container cargo shipped to the United States. MIT is part of the CT Pact, a customs trade partnership against terrorism. This is a voluntary supply chain security program led by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, focused on improving the security of private companies' supply chains regarding terrorism. Working with hazardous materials is all in a day's work at any world-class port. The Safety Department has an emergency response team which is on call 24 hours a day to manage any incident or emergency, such as spills, fire, oil pollution, and accident investigation. Every day, someone is being trained at MIT. Here we see how knowledge is transferred every day from worker to worker. We even have a clinic so we can provide our workers with basic medical attention and first aid. The workforce is provided with the latest tools and technology for maximum efficiency of the operation. The Information Systems Department, or IS, is handled with the latest technology for port terminal management, using Tideworks Technologies systems for the port. The terminal management software is designed for import, export, and transshipment processes, as well as gate, yard, vessel, and rail operations. Working instructions and inventory are controlled on a real-time basis. Innovation is also one of MIT's main goals. The search for technological solutions created at MIT the first remote-controlled gantry crane in the world. The technology allows the crane to be operated from a remote station almost a kilometer from the crane. Services at the terminal are not limited to stevedoring. MIT's container repair facility has a yard area of more than 50,000 square meters. The Container Equipment Maintenance Department consists of more than 20 highly skilled technicians trained to the industry's highest standards. Also, MIT has the Reefer Equipment Maintenance Department, or REM, responsible for all refrigerated container monitoring and maintenance around the clock. Knowledge and experience combines with continuous instruction programs on a daily basis to train the labor force. It is nightfall at MIT. Maritime operations will continue normally throughout the night, assisted by the most modern and efficient high-mast lighting available. Open 365 days a year, operating 24 hours a day, working through any kind of weather and handling more than 200 vessels per month, and connecting more than 120 ports around the world, MIT continues to expand its operations to provide the best service. The logistics park is one of the most important advantages of the port. It allows multinational companies to establish multi-country distribution operations in Panama to efficiently and cost-effectively serve the Caribbean and Latin American markets. Users of the MIT Logistics Park will benefit from the seamless movement of shipment from the container terminal to the logistics park, where inventories can be maintained in US dollars in a secure environment. Within minutes of MIT, Colón offers integrated ocean, air, and rail facilities, making Panama the best choice for regional supply chain management. Once again, the sun rises over Colón. MIT believes in the philosophy of giving back to the community, supporting various social programs in Colón, donating time and financial resources to help the city that has been part of the success, such as the Santa Maria de Belén Educational Institute that is located in La Feria, a red zone in Colón, and represents one of the most important projects of education for MIT. Approximately 800 children and teenagers currently attend a class every day from the 1st to 12th grade. Another project of great importance to MIT is the Health Center of Dr. Juan Nunez, opened in 2007 and located on 9th Street of Colón City. It serves the population of the districts of Barrio Sur, Cativa, and Cristobal. The health center has specialists in general medicine, pediatrics, dentistry, general surgery, dermatology, and others that are very important to the community. It was a typical day at MIT, a maritime terminal devoted to excellence and providing the most reliable and efficient service possible to its customers. Manzanillo International Terminal, serving Panama and the world.
Thank you very much.